Oh, sorry. Ladies and slugfesters, boys and girls, I didn't realize I was live actually. I was waiting to actually go live and yeah, so Quinlan, no, what am I doing? Guys, I have flu, so I'm going to be coughing. So forgive me for that. So, what fight? Oh, Chaos Williams. Chaos Williams versus Andreas Gustafsson. Woo! Renee Lord, how are you, my guy? Welcome to the stream. Were you the one waiting, or was it someone else? So, Gustafsson, huh? So, Gustafsson won his fight on the Contender Series via TKO in the second round. 3 minutes into the 3 minutes and 20 seconds into the second round, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. A lot of his fights in the UFC have been cancelled. January 11, he was supposed to fight Preston Parsons. It was cancelled. May 31st, he was supposed to fight Trevin Giles. It was cancelled. Then it was Jeremiah Wells. It was cancelled. And then now we have Chaos Williams. My subscribers and I have picked Alexander Gustafsson. Um, Generally because I feel like Chaos Williams is tough and he has knockout power. But beyond that, I just don't know what he has. And and if we look at finishing ability, I feel like what do you call him? Alexander Gustafsson has more of a finishing ability than Chaos Williams in this particular fight. To be specific, Chaos Williams has a 64% finishing rate, whereas Andreas Gustafsson has a 91% finishing rate. I mean, obviously, you can say, well, he hasn't been fighting the best competition. Maybe you might be right in saying that, but in all honesty, I genuinely feel like Chaos Williams is not as talented, or rather technically gifted, as most people would give him credit for. To be honest, I genuinely don't feel like he has a lot to give. As far as the fight, the only advantage I would give to Andreas Gustafsson would probably be his not Andreas Gustafsson, to Chaos Williams would probably be his experience. Beyond that, I generally don't feel like he's have he's generally going to have a lot of advantages in this particular fight. Okay, let's get to the technical breakdown. Reach. I think Chaos Williams is going to have a reach advantage in this particular fight, a significant reach advantage. Um, to be specific, he's going to have a 4.5-inch reach advantage, if I'm not mistaken. Um, as far as finishing ability, obviously, like I said, I feel like uh, Andreas Gustafsson has the finishing ability. 91% finishing rate versus a 64% finishing rate. Um, as far as power, I also feel like Andreas Gustafsson has a bit of power, despite the fact that Chaos Williams is known as this guy who has a lot of power and can finish fights. That's perfectly fine, but I genuinely feel like Gustafsson is really, really, really good at finishing, or rather, he has been able to drop a lot of people in his fight. So I feel like, as far as power, I would say it goes both ways. As far as volume, obviously, Chaos Williams has more volume. Chaos Williams throws a little bit more than Gustafsson. However, it's not the difference as far as volume is not by much. Um, Offensively and technical striking, like I said when I started this particular stream, I genuinely don't think Chaos Williams is that talented. Um, he has power and he is durable. And sometimes it can only get you so far. For me personally, to be honest, I genuinely feel like Alexander Gustafsson has the technical striking abilities to actually win this fight. I don't think Khaos Williams has the technique to actually be to have the advantage in this particular fight. Obviously, his reach advantage, that 4.5 inch reach advantage, might play a significant role in how this fight plays out on the feed. But in all honesty, I genuinely feel like Alexander Gustafsson is more technically better defensively and offensively. So as far as who is more technically better, I'll say Alexander Gustafsson. The advantages that Chaos Williams for me has obviously is reach, 4.5 inch reach, as well as a little bit of volume. That's it. Gustafsson is defensively better, I think, at striking. Um, Obviously, the experience might play a role in how this fight plays out. But yeah, grappling wise, I think Gustafsson is way better, significantly, significantly better. I can respect anyone who picks Chaos Williams. To be honest, I'm not going to be one of those people who are like, yeah, what do you see him? But Gustafsson has good takedown defense. Gustafsson has, I feel like he has decent takedown entries. He shoots a decent amount of takedowns in order maybe to frustrate um, his opponent. So I can see him mixing up the striking with the grappling, or even just taking the fight to the ground and avoiding the striking exchanges, because that's where Chaos Williams might have a bit of an advantage. So why give him not even an advantage, but that's where I feel like Chaos Williams is going to have a shot at winning this fight on the feet. So if Gustafsson is smart, he takes the fight to the ground and wins it there. Because Chaos Williams has horrible takedown defense. So I can see Gustafsson actually taking him down and doing whatever he wants with him there. So in all honesty, or rather in summary, um, on the feet, the advantage is all round. I would give the experience advantage, obviously, to Chaos Williams. I think he's been fighting better competition. The other advantage that I feel like Chaos Williams might have is a bit of volume. He throws a little bit more than Gustafsson. And what else? Yeah, that's basically it. The advantages that I feel like Gustafsson has. I think Gustafsson is a little bit better technically. He's a bit more technically better at striking, in my opinion, than Chaos Williams. Chaos Williams for me does not have technique. He just knows how to throw a punch and how he just knows how. Ad, admin, I've already broken down that fight. So click on the channel and go to the live section. You'll see a list of all the fights that I've broken down. But if you want even shorter videos, you can go to the short section. That's the biggest part of this whole channel. So 90% of my views come from my shorts. So there are statistics on the short section. But if you want specifically a breakdown, there's already a breakdown that I've done for Pena versus Harrison. Check the live section of the channel. So yeah, in conclusion, I feel like Chaos Williams obviously has the experience advantage, 4.5 inch reach advantage, a little bit of a volume advantage, but I don't think Chaos Williams is good technically. I placed $5 on Pena by decision. It's 16 times. I mean, Pena is a dog, so I guess we'll see. But I don't have that much confidence in her actually getting this one done. So Gustafsson, I think, is a little bit better technically. I think at technical striking, I think Gustafsson is a little bit better. I think Gustafsson is a little bit better defensively. He's a little bit harder to hit than Chaos Williams is. Gustafsson has a bit more power, in my opinion, and that's And that's also illustrated by the fact that what do you call him? Alexander Gustafsson has a 91% finishing rate, whereas Khaos Williams has a 64% finishing rate. That just goes to show the ability of to finish fights that Gustafsson has. When we go to the grappling, I feel like Gustafsson is going to just dominate in that particular area. Onyx, hello, what up, man? Welcome to the stream. So I feel like Gustafsson is going to dominate in that area, especially because Khaos Williams has horrible takedown defense. I've seen a lot of people picking Khaos Williams. I guess maybe we'll see how that one plays out. Guys, I have flu, but I was like, I'm not gonna miss this. I want to be consistent even if it kills me. So I apologize for the coughing. So yeah, that concludes this particular breakdown. My subscribers and I are picking Andreas Gustafsson. I think he's going to be better, way better on the ground, and he's going to have the advantage on the feet. More technically better, defensively better on the feet, has power, has finishing ability. Williams has reach, sure, and he's durable. I think those are the only advantages I would give to Khaos Williams. Other than that, I genuinely don't think he's going to do anything significant unless somehow Gustafsson guesses out. Um, Fight Night Frank, bro, did you just fought? That's hilarious. Maybe I did. Who knows? No, of course not, man. So yeah, I think this concludes the breakdown for this particular fight. If you want to join me for these breakdowns, I'm going to break down the next fight, which is going to be Andrea Ariane De Silva, Ariane De Silva versus Wang Kong. Um, John Adesanya, bro, you thought Gamrot was going to get beaten. I mean, that's actually true. I'll take my L. Fight Frank. LOL. I think Marab will stay. I think Marab will stay champ. Yeah, I said the same thing on my breakdown, but I genuinely have this feeling that I have this feeling that Sean O'Malley might actually shock us, man. Maybe I'm wrong, but I just have this feeling that Sean O'Malley might just shock the living crap out of us. I guess we'll just have to wait and see. John Adesanya. Yeah, I I ended up changing my prediction strategy after that particular pick, but I genuinely thought Ludovic Klein would have a better takedown defense, but it is what it is. It happens. You win some, you lose some. Um, Khalid Gamer, jump 100 times and I will donate the $5. Nah, man, it's fine. It's fine if you don't want to donate. Why should I jump though? Why should I jump? Do you think Khalil and Tagir wins? Khalil versus Jamal Hill, right? You're talking about Khalil Roundtree versus Jamal Hill. I don't know, man. It's possible, but I feel like both Khalil Roundtree and Jamal Hill are more or less the same type of fighter, to be honest. So I guess we'll just have to wait and see. But I don't have any type of confidence in either of them, to be honest. Um, fight night, Frank. Yeah, I have a feeling Merab gets caught, but if if not Merab, and still, yeah, I officially picked Merab, but all I'm saying is I have this crazy feeling that he's going to find a way to get it done. Or rather, I have this crazy feeling that Sean O'Malley might land something crazy. Um, Jay, a South African, yeah, I'm South African, man. Fight Night Frank, how do I go live without subs? I don't think that's possible. I think you need to have at least 100 subscribers in order to go live. Um, yeah, I don't think you can go live without 100 subscribers. So you need to get at least 100 subscribers in order to go live. Anyway, guys, that concludes the breakdown for this particular fight. Like I said, if you want to join me, if you're new to the channel, go through the entire channel and make your decision. The biggest part of this channel, the reason why I have 400,000 monthly views and 16,500 subscribers, is because of the shorts on the channel. So go to the short section, go to the video section on the channel, go to the live section, go to the community section. There's so much on the channel. And once you go through it, you'll make up your mind if you want to join the family. I do watch alongs for every single card, including this one. So join me live. So yeah, I love and appreciate all of you. If you want to continue joining me on the stream, I'm going to the next fight right now, which is Ariane De Silva versus Wang Kong. So if you want to join me, let's go there. If not, deuces.